also not good in Houston, despite the win last night, Colin. I mean, C.J. Stroud was a complete disaster. He fumbled 5 times. Now, he only lost 2 of them, but it's like he couldn't control the snap. I've never seen anything like it before. C.J. talked about it after the game.
We had some problems with the snaps. Me catching them, got to find a way just to catch them and then take care of the ball. We knew on tape that they did a good job of, punching at the ball or trying to, get you to, while you're throwing. It's all about, moving forward and, trying your best to, flush it and keep going. So, I thought, every time we had to bounce back, we made more plays. So, I'm proud of our guys for having a little bit of resilience in those moments. And, to finish the game like that was really dope.
Now, let me defend him here. Pittsburgh knew. There's 2 moments that you really knew. Pittsburgh knew they were not going to have drives in this game. The first reason I can tell that is just statistically, nobody moves the ball down the field consistently against the Texans, and the Steelers knew it. If you looked at Aaron Rodgers, how animated he got on that first series, they had a couple of nice plays, and then they failed to get a first down. Aaron was animated. Aaron's like, okay, we're giving you our best stuff. This is one of the drives we had to score on. The second thing is Mike Tomlin preached all week. We need turnovers. We've got to have a short field. So you could tell Pittsburgh, their messaging in that building all week was, we got to punch the ball out. We have got to create. I mean, that you could tell, and I could tell from Aaron's body language first drive is they knew they weren't going to move the ball much. They knew it. That's why Aaron got so animated after drive number 1. That were 2 of the 3 plays that probably Arthur Smith and Aaron knew would work, and they did. So I'm going to defend him is I still really am a fan. Like, I defend Justin Herbert and C.J. Stroud. That was a really bad throw. Right there.
Really bad?
That was a really bad throw. By the way, Stafford had one last weekend. Brock Purdy had 2 picks. One was atrocious this week. It happens. The game is fast.
All right. Well, I mean, fine. I'll give you some of the excuses, though. The fumbles, Colin? I mean, I honestly, when it was 7-6 after he throws the red zone pick, it's 3rd down, too. It's like, dude, settle for the field goal. Don't force that nonsense. I wondered if they would consider turning to Davis Mills, who, by the way, was solid mid-season filling in for an injured Stroud.
All right, hold on a second here. Now, they're pivoting to discuss Davis Mills. What is happening? I am genuinely frustrated by this. First and foremost, can we not dedicate some substantive dialogue to the Houston Texans at this moment? There's no legitimate segment focused on them, just a passing mention in a news rundown. The Houston Texans just secured a playoff victory. They won a playoff game. Yet, the conversation leans more heavily on the Steelers and their 9-year drought. What about the Houston Texans, who have now clinched a playoff win? They have a playoff win. C.J. Stroud already possesses 3 playoff victories. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys have 2. And remember, Dak was drafted when C.J. Stroud was practically in middle school. So can we direct some actual spotlight onto the Houston Texans right now? Show them appreciation, commend them, give them their due credit, present them with their flowers for goodness sake. Seriously. This genuinely irritates me. It truly does. It is perfectly acceptable to discuss the Houston Texans. This is precisely why Texans fans, I urge you to watch this entire video and please subscribe. When you all engage like that, oops, that was the incorrect clip. When you do that, however, viewership skyrockets and subscriber counts surge. This isn't about chasing metrics. It's not about pursuing subscribers. It's about having the capacity to produce the highest quality Houston Texans content possible so people will actually watch, enabling us to have authentic, unbiased, grounded discussions. It allows us to remain firmly rooted in the sports landscape because occurrences like this are utterly maddening. How are we not leading these shows with Houston Texans win? That is the headline narrative. Examine what the Houston Texans have accomplished in a manner many other franchises have not. What is Lamar Jackson's playoff record? What is Joe Burrow's playoff record? Consider the Cleveland Browns, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Giants, the Washington Commanders, the Dallas Cowboys, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Denver Broncos. We could continue listing teams, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, observe the sustained success the Houston Texans are currently achieving with DeMeco Ryans and C.J. Stroud. They warrant immense praise. Regarding the fumbles, several were attributable to errant snaps. On one, C.J. wasn't even looking. Simultaneously, Stroud was crafting some brilliant plays. Listen, I offered critique of CJ in my post-game analysis. I stated he needs to improve. That interception was aggravating. He must be better. He also delivered some exquisite plays and throws. The talk about benching him? Goodness. I was glancing around thinking, are they seriously considering benching him? Yes, apparently that was a consideration. They were contemplating replacing CJ Stroud. Sure, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Totally logical. What is this discourse, man? What are we even discussing right now? Seriously, what is the conversation? Would they have benched Drake May against the Patriots or the Chargers for throwing interceptions and fumbling? Would they have benched Justin Herbert? Come on, man. What is this current narrative? Seriously, what is this? What is this? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? The offense requires refinement. CJ needs to elevate his play. They must comprehend how to execute a snap when the quarterback is prepared and anticipating it. That is certain. I am fairly confident 2, if not 3, of those fumbles were due to the snap. I've lost count, honestly. The remaining fumbles occurred when CJ was attempting to pass, and it simply didn't work out. That's undeniable. And yes, regarding the interception, I unequivocally want to see him manage the game more effectively. I place significant emphasis on game management. Some attempt to portray game management as a detriment or a negative trait. It is not. To win Super Bowls, you must be a proficient game manager. To win Super Bowls, you must be an elite game manager. To rank among the all-time great quarterbacks, you must be an all-time great game manager. Understanding how to manage games is non-negotiable. It's not solely about explosive, game-altering plays. Those are necessary too, but the foundation is game management. CJ was not excellent in that regard last night. He wasn't. He needs to improve. Against a superior offense, or with a slightly less dominant defense, that interception and the missed field goal opportunity would have incurred a steeper cost. If they possessed a high-powered offense, they could compensate, but they could not. Therefore, the upcoming game against the New England Patriots will be fascinating. It's a genuinely exciting matchup with the potential for another gritty, hard-fought contest. Honestly, I suspect that game might more closely resemble the Texans versus Chargers matchup we saw. However, facing it without Nico Collins is devastating. I don't even want to dwell on it. It's upsetting. His concussion was severe. The broadcast mentioned he began walking in the wrong direction and had to be redirected before being carted off. It's such a disappointment. But that defense is a masterpiece, man. As some analysts say, sometimes you should mute the broadcast and just watch a defense operate. I recall that being said about Seattle. I'm thinking, I want to hear, this is like material from a Hard Knocks episode with a cinematic score. I want to listen to a Christopher Nolan film score, from Interstellar or Inception. I want that epic background music while watching slow-motion highlights of this Houston Texans defense. Someone, please create that. I would simply sit back and watch because it is pure cinema. It is artistic. I could watch it endlessly. All day. Someone make a 20-minute, 30-minute video of it. It would be straightforward. Literally, take scores from Inception, Interstellar, Oppenheimer, and overlay slow-motion defensive clips. Please, someone do this. It's a thing of beauty. If the offense can simply be intelligent and efficient, smart and smooth, this team could find itself in the AFC Championship game, which is remarkable. And yet, we're scarcely discussing them. We'll likely have a Los Angeles Lakers segment before properly addressing the Houston Texans' playoff win. Come on now, come on. But those are my reflections. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What are your thoughts on the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud, how this game unfolded, and your feelings heading into the next matchup, which I believe is on Sunday? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. So whether you agree or disagree with me, let's delve into discussions. Let's engage in debates. But ultimately, let's enjoy the conversation. Please consider subscribing. We're building an incredible community here, and I would love for you to be part of it. I aim to create something we all feel connected to, something we're excited to participate in. I believe we're well on our way. Also, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it genuinely helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.